What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Venom Mods, J-Weg, if y'all are still here, welcome, welcome. So back to the grind in some DDA. Now, let my high level of derp be a warning to everyone. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? And here it is. Let me get this out there, y'all. So when you go through and you configure your settings, whether it be your video, audio, whatever your settings are, also your loot filter, make sure you double check this if you're playing on multiple accounts. And the reason being is all of these settings are local settings. They are they're per machine, not per account. Now, what happens is if you're playing on multiple accounts, like I am, I've got that new player playthrough going, which is on a separate account altogether, and then my main playthrough. Well, my loot filter, of course, is set differently on that account versus this account. And I played some maps and my inventory got spammed. So I was going through and cleaning up my inventory, clearing it all out, and I accidentally sold my Ensnare Aura fusion set, which wasn't fantastic anyway, but it was usable. It was decent, you know? So I've still got a few pieces. I've got a bunch of head pieces, actually. Also, to let you guys know in advance, we've had massive storms going on, and my connection has been spotty, so if I disappear for some random reason, that's probably why. DD2 is not a skill-based game in any way, so there is no player that's better than another. There's a player who has put more time in, and a player who is newer. And that's about it, but there is no skill level associated with DD2 at all. It's all about just grinding the loot and countering the enemies. Been farming for a better primitive fusion set. Can't find a godly. What piece is it that you're having a tough time with, Zero? The problem with the ancient set, and that's what I'm going to be farming today, is the maps, you know? A piece drops from Deeper Well, a piece drops from Tornado Valley, a piece drops from Arcane Library. The head piece, actually the Arcane Library piece is pretty easy to replace. But getting a quality piece from Deeper Well or Tornado Valley is tough. I mean, Deeper Well, obviously, that's the toughest on the map. It's the lowest loot modifier out of all of the maps. So yeah, it's a challenge to get a quality piece there. Why am I using this pet? This pet is the Striking Gemstone, which I'm going to be using in Deeper Well. So that's why I'm using this one right now. Anyway, let's get a map rolling here. Pop on in and get... I'm going to have to do a bunch of runs today. Actually, let me look and see exactly what I need. Let's see, Ancient... See, here's the Deeper Well. Like, this is literally the best thing. I mean, since I sold my stuff, this is the best piece I've come up with for Deeper Well. You know? Ancient Mines? Well, I mean, Ancient Mines is the second lowest loot modifier in the game. So, yeah. It's the same problem I'm running into right now, Zero. It's the quality of loot there is really low. Compared to the Act 3 maps. So, of course, there's no difference there with Rift mode. It's gonna really be where the majority of the grind takes place. Yeah, so what I'm looking for is... I mean, ideally I want as many stats as possible, but what I consider to be required stats on this particular piece is Vitality, Boost, Range, and Fortify. As you see here, I got Vitality and Boost on that piece, but no Fortify, only Range. So, I mean, this piece would be an acceptable starter piece, but, you know, I'm looking for something better than that, of course. I've got just a ton of headpieces, so I don't need to get any headpieces. I mean, I just got tons and tons of them. I've got a few... I mean, this is a usable chest piece, but once again, no fort. It's got some really nice hero stats on it, but no fortify is kind of a bummer. So I'm definitely going to want to do another Arcane Library run there. Luckily, Arcane Library is one of the easier ones. What's going on, Shelly? I am blazing through that Stardew playthrough. I'm going to get... I want to... Tomorrow morning, I would like to put up an endgame farm review video. So, I mean, I got a lot of work to do on that tonight, but it's time for a little Dungeon Defenders. And then boots. See, like that piece doesn't have boost. This one doesn't have range. So, I mean, I could go with no boost. I could use that piece without a doubt. But it's not what I'm really wanting to do, you know? Anyway, let's hop on in and get some loot here. Loot, please. Would love some. Yeah, that Stardew farm is really coming along, though. I haven't seen anybody doing any end game or late game reviews of farms on that new map. So I'm anxious to get mine out there. Alright, so here we go. So the reason I'm using striking is I'm gonna basically chill here on this Aura stack. So, you know. Striking is definitely good stuff in that regard. I'm still using the same old build. Aramir put this build up in my Discord server back like right when Rift mode first came out, and it works, so I've been using it still. You can get the map done super quick, but of course that's the least of my concerns, especially with the bum thumb situation. And we'll go one more here, maybe. There we go. Oops. Let's grab an EV instead. And let's get that electric aura upgraded all the way. For 2 ups on all these. We got 3 DU left, so I'm going to use the 3 DU for reflect beams. Oh, I know. I would love to be able to just equip a new thumb. That would be awesome. That's for damn sure. That's a blocking field. I'm just not even bothering with the waller for the reflect beams. Alright, so that is basically the build, but you use a striking gemstone, and then I'm using a boost monk, of course, to be able to boost the stuff. So I don't even have a very fantastic striking gemstone, but, you know, it gets the job done. Farming the same map, but you're doing it on DD1, that's fair. Nothing wrong with a little DD1. Let me grab my little thumb thingy. The insurance company turned down or denied a cortisone injection, which was quite a bummer. What's up, Michael? A cortisone injection would have fixed all my woes. But the insurance company says that I don't need a cortisone injection, that I need physical therapy first. Such a huge bummer. Deeper Well's been giving you some problems. Tried the aura striking stack. This is kind of a variation of one of the speed builds. You know, I'm not trying to speed run it, obviously, but you can get the map done really quick with something similar to this. It works way, way better if you have your fusion and snare auras set up. And I don't have my fusion and snares in this setup right now. So it does work way better if you do that. But you just throw that wall in is pretty optional too. I've just got it there for an aggro point. Just in case something, since I don't have the fusion and snares, if something does sneak through, there will be some sort of an aggro point there that potentially they could hit that instead of smacking my walls. Oh yeah, the Redux is just amazing. They did a ton of work on that, man. IHDC has been working on that for like a year, and he's not a casual. I mean, like many hours every single day for like a year. So, I mean, you gotta appreciate the amount of work that not just IHDC, all those guys put a ton of work into it. A ton of people have, I mean, they had like a full-on test group going for it. A lot of people put a lot of effort into getting that right. They definitely did really good with it. And just gonna spam it into the DSTs here. Keep the auras repaired. And we should be good. It's so weird not having that Razor Naga. I mean, I've actually adjusted to it pretty well now. But you get very, very trained to use your side buttons on your mouse, you know? Yeah, so you see that push right there? That is from not having fusion and snares. Ooh, see, there's a guy on the core right there. Fusion and snares, and that little issue right there doesn't happen because everything gets slowed, you know? So you do have to watch out for the random stray Zerger. Because there are a few random stray Zergers going on, there's no doubt. And then poison sirens, obviously, are going to make things a little bit tougher. A little bit more of a challenge. Now, I've been ignoring the sirens, of course. The right thing to do is to kill the sirens. And that's all that's left is the sirens, but I'm too lazy for all that. Plus the bum thumb. It's kind of tough for me to play any Dungeon Defenders game right now. I know some folks have been yelling at me to get back to Dungeon Defenders, but I gotta realize I am injured. I am an injured juice right now. Is DDA in a good spot right now? It still needs work, Prayer, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good game. It's well worth $30. You'll get many hours of enjoyment out of it. But if you are a Dungeon Defenders veteran and are used to certain systems or just used to how the game normally plays, there's going to be things that you want to see improved, no doubt. So, I mean, it is a good base game, but it's a base game that needs work. Oh, I turned away from the auras. I do that quite frequently too. If you look at the striking, it does a pretty good job with switching to the auras. Like you see down there, you can see the boost, the little glow. Actually, it doesn't even look like it's on the auras right now. What the heck? Step away for a moment and then go back and see. There it went. Very, very strange. Well, Stardew doesn't require really any mouse movement at all. I mean, you do instinctively, but it's all keyboard The only thing you really need, I mean, you could even tie your mouse click to a key and not use your mouse at all. Am I going to play DD2? I play DD2 every day. I'm not going to play DD2 on this stream, if that's what you're asking. I mean, I'm sitting here playing another game, you know? Sorry, man, but... DD2 is in a very tired state at the moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Wasn't paying attention. Let me pay attention. That'll be a first for today, right? Not my strongest point. But yeah, this build is, actually it may be the exact same build, or it's at least very similar to what Aramir was using for his crazy fast speedruns. Yeah, but the thing is that's not an option in DD2 is the problem. I mean, that would be a wonderful thing, no doubt, but it's not an option. DV2 being a server-sided game, they would have to give the community access to the source code, and then it would also provide access to our Steam profiles. So it's not a real, I mean, they've been saying it since day one. It's just not an option at all. Yeah, it's like Dizzy said, it's a privacy thing. I mean, that would be awesome, but not realistic. So the downside of free-to-play server-side game, just don't get mods. You get hacks and hackers, but no actual modding community. That's quite a bummer, of course. Alright. Oh, it's over. God dang it, I was about to start the map. Alright, now here's the other challenge on this map. Find the gloves, because this loot sprays, man. It has got a serious velocity. You ready for it? Oh, actually, that time it wasn't too bad. The gloves are right here. Vitality, boost, power, range, and rate. I just can't get... I mean, this is a crap set of gloves anyway, but I just can't get vitality, boost, range, and fort. What the hell, game? Where is the other piece? Over here. That's a POS too. That one's really low roll. Ew. Let's try it again. Yeah, that one rolled way too damn low. Well, right now there's so many issues with the auto loot, I'm just not going to risk it with a specific item that I need. And really, I mean, it's only one item on this entire map that I'm concerned with looking at all. So that's my deal. But the auto loot needs a hot fix. I mean, the answer is you turn off the elements, but that's a workaround. Like, it's buggy when you have the elements selected. It's a workaround, but it's not the right answer. Crap, I got the wrong R down there. Helps when you put the right stuff, right? The right stuff is always good. Oops, god dang it. That was not the right waller. I gotta change their names. One named Walls and one named Wally is not a smooth move by any means. Alright, I feel like I'm missing something. I think I'm missing a DST. Yep, that I am. Maybe go this way. Maybe it won't accidentally go over to those other defenses as bad. I think this is the way I used to do it, actually, now that I think about it. You left off at update 1.0 and don't know where to start now? I would just switch immediately to Rift mode, personally, and start farming a set. Well, sadly, Soph, I'm using, you notice no 60 frames per second today on the stream. I'm not using that shadow server. I couldn't get a stable connection with it today. Alright, what am I missing? Oh, shit. I never put the buff beam in. God dang it. I can't host a game while I'm streaming is what that means. Plus, I don't know if I haven't done any straight carries yet. All the multiplayer I've done... Well, you've got gear. I'm gonna say all the multiplayer I've done has been with another geared person, so they were providing DPS. And not just straight up sophista leeches. Oops. I screwed up again. God dang it. Oh, you meant carry me? What the hell did I do? Oh, I made the damn... Man, I screwed this build up big time. I made the reflect beam too big. Threw all that mana away. That's alright. We'll live. We will live. I'm not the best co-op partner right now, Soph. I mean, you see how long it's taken me just to get a reflect beam placed. I feel completely handicapped playing the game right now with the thumb issues and everything. Right, it has switched to the auras, right? Looking like it. Let's just go and find out. You might have to leave mid-match for projectile diaper changing anyway. There, Mr. New Papa. I don't miss those days, man. I don't miss those days, I assure you. Projectile diaper changing. I got pretty lucky in that regard with the brat. The brat was not much into the projectile game. I'm surprised you're not posting up more pictures. I'm surprised you're not posting more stuff there, Soph. Shit, man, when my son was born, my co-workers couldn't go 2 minutes without seeing a picture of the brat, you know? I'm doing deeper well because in Rift mode, maps are loot specific, and the piece of loot I need drops on this map. Everything is target farmable now. Well, in Rift mode it is. So, I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is you got to do things like deeper well when you don't really want to. But the good thing is you know exactly where to go get something, and it's a guaranteed drop, and what you're looking for is the quality of item. Where to get the piece is no mystery, and then the grind is to find a quality piece. Wait for that striking to switch over to the Aros. They're there. I mean, I like it. I like the target farming. I don't like having to grind maps that I don't necessarily care for. And I mean, this wouldn't be a map that I would normally grind, you know? But I don't dislike running the map. You know, it's not like it's no fun. You know, I mean, it's still a fun map. In fact, on this map, you can do some crazy stuff and experiment and play around. And that aspect is like the most fun part of the game, in my opinion. Playing around with different toys, you know. So that's the good part about it. The bad part about it is this map offers the lowest loot scaler out of all the maps. So getting the piece that you're looking for at a quality tier is the real struggle, you know. But guess what, y'all? Guess what's coming tomorrow morning? I'll go ahead and spoil it now. A juicy fruit pet giveaway, but not just a juicy fruit pet giveaway. We're gonna do some juicy head flares for DD2 as well. I was lucky enough to score a few more of those. Endless Spires is your bane right now. Looking for primitive boots. I don't even know if I've got a decent pair. Yeah, I got a they're usable. They're not good by any means, but they're definitely usable. Low upgrades, but they had a decent defense rate roll anyway. Well, I think it's intentional there, Phil, to be honest. Remember that it's scaled so that it's scaled looking at our end stats on the end maps. You figure, like Summit, I mean, just having a decent set of gear is not overly difficult to do as it is. If you had a higher tier set of all of these pieces that drop in lower areas, then it would be completely trivial. Like if we were all rolling around in like 400 upgrade gear or something. So I understand why they're doing it the way they're doing it, but on the same note, I do agree with you. I would like for these lower tiers, not just on the fusion armor, but pets as well. I know they gave us the boss option for pets, which was nice. But it's so heavy RNG, you know? Look at Dixon. Dixon has done Alchemical Labs so many times. So many times. And the poor guy cannot get a Mistamine pet with 4 stats on it unless it's like the lowest possible roll available. I mean, I did Alchemical Labs literally 1,000,000 times. Okay, not literally, but it felt like 1,000,000. Man, all the poison girls are coming out. All the poison grails. I don't have my reflect beams placed properly for siren killing though, so I'm gonna let those girls live. It's a cosmetic, it's a collectible. It's super powerful if you're brand new to the game. Like if you're loading in level 1 just starting and you have that pet, it's OP. Like big time. But in an end game situation, it's just a collectible. Well, it comes down to that power level. I mean, I hear you, Phil. The thing is what we ended up turning Rift mode into is not what their intention was. If you look through all of the announcements and all the discussion about Rift mode was supposed to be an alternate game mode for more casual players that don't have a ton of time to grind. And obviously it turned into most powerful stuff in the game, grind the living shit out of it and find the best stuff. So, I mean, what we turned it into is not what their intention was. Alright, where's the gloves gonna go? Please just drop straight down. No! Oh. Alright, that's not too bad. Ah, oh, man, see, if that was fortifying range, I would jump on that piece right there. There is no dev team for DD2 Cloud. That was SmackDown the week after the statement was originally made. So it's not a reality at all. Yeah, that's a fair point, Phil. That's definitely a fair point. I mean, if you have the lower caps on it, make it so that it doesn't take 6 million runs to get. That one's POS. I'm going to leave it on the ground. And I still got to keep an eye out for those accessories that I just... Huh. That's not very good. The stat rolls on it are nice, but the no upgrades on it stink. You hate Ancient Mines? I don't mind Ancient Mines. Ancient Mines is another map where the difficulty versus the available DU, like this one, the difficulty level isn't as high, but the DU isn't super high either, you know? Ancient Mines, you get enough DU to play around a little. So, I mean, I don't mind that one. Oh, it's actually looting accessories properly. How odd. Keep the mask. What am I doing? Oh, I still don't have that damn Jin hat. Best thing in the game, and I can't get it for any reason whatsoever. That cosmetic looks so damn good. And it just will not drop for me. It's confirmed to drop on all of the bonus maps. It may drop other places too. But I know for sure it drops on all of the bonus maps. Try to get these done in a little more timely manner instead of just derping around here. Needs to get more runs in, not less runs, right? Shit. Lost him. Lost her, pardon me. Pardon me. Don't you dare go 2DU on me. I'll only do this one more time, then I'll swap it up, because I do need other pieces too. Right, we're looking good. Well, I mean, it's just that shiny, you know? You remember with Rift mode, and this is not what they intended either. Nothing else that drops matters. Everything is just gold. All that matters is those Rift pieces. I mean, if you're just starting the game, then yeah, you're going to get some decent pieces laying on the ground. But like for me, and for the majority of the grinders out there, the only thing you're even interested in looking at is that end chest. You know? You've been grinding. I've seen you online playing quite a bit there, Phil. When the hell is the Phil Carry squad gonna engage, right? Phil's supposed to be carrying us on all these maps here. I know you've been putting some time in. You've got to have some pretty beast setups. That Stardew Update 1.5 is just really, really good. Plus, you combine that with my thumb issue, and is why I haven't been putting as much time in lately. That, and I've already got base sets grinded out. The only reason I need this set is because I derped. For those that missed the beginning of the stream. Local settings are per machine, not per account. And like I'm playing multiple accounts right now because of that side playthrough I'm doing. And I did a map earlier. My inventory was completely full of junk because of my loot filter setting for the other playthrough. And I accidentally sold my my ancient set. It's the ultimate derp. I'm trying to play it off in a positive fashion and not raging. I'm trying to play it off as it's gonna extend the replay value of the game. I get to get the set again. That's what I'm trying to do here. Oh crap, I never put the wall in. Or did the wall get wrecked? I can't remember if I put the wall in or not. It must have got wrecked and I just didn't notice it. Glitter is pretty DST spammable. I mean, it's always been DST spammable, but now even more so than it was before. Like, I think the speed runs on that one now are going with 12 DSTs. That's a little over the top. Nah, it's not on consoles yet. It'll be on Xbox within the next couple of months, hopefully. And then it'll be on PlayStation after that, and then Switch after that. The problem with the no walls is if you're looking for an AFK build, the no walls is dependent on not getting that ogre from that lane down below. If you don't want to look at the screen at all, you know. So I've been using walls on it. Its price, I'm assuming, and don't take this too seriously, because, you know, I don't work for them. But I'm assuming when it launches on Xbox, there will be some sort of promotion. You would think. Oh yeah, let me get that stupid wall down. And here at the beginning of the run, I said, let me try to run this one a little faster. Nope. Denied on the faster running of the map. After you kill the ogre, it's GG. But that's what I mean. If you're looking for a true AFK setup, the no walls is not going to get you. I mean, like if you're wanting, like when I do Glitter Helm, I want to watch Netflix and just sit here and hit my number one button every 10 or 15 seconds. Which my number one button is my tower boost. So when I do Glitter Helm, that's the kind of experience I'm looking for. So I guess it depends on if you're actually playing or not. They said that they would like to down the road, but there's no confirmed cross-platform. Well, there's no cross-platform right now. There will be cross-saves right as they launch on console, so like if you're playing now on PC, you can log into the same account and it's GG's. But cross-platform is something that will require, well, I mean, it will require Sony and Microsoft to play a little bit nicer with indie companies. What do I use? Rift gas traps, electric auras, and DSTs on Glitterhelm. And then I normally would use ensnares as well, but here I am refarming my ensnare set because of some high quality derpage. We're talking top grade derpage. Alright. Oh, I think they went down here. Yep, they're both here. Sweet. They landed together. The gloves will never come to me. Alright, Zero, well, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Any accessories? There's a poo-poo giraffe. Ew. Nothing else. Alright, one more, y'all. One more. Just one more. It's stuck with what it hatches with. Assuming you're talking about DD2. You can't change the stats. You can reroll the skill, but you can't change the stats. Let's see. Let's not super derp this right up front, and let's just get it down, right? I could have swore I put that down, but apparently not. The stats on pets in DD2 are nothing anyway. It's like nothing to even care about. I mean, you want the right stats, but they're end game, the amount of stat it gives you is a completely just trivial amount. So, I mean, you always want the right stats, right? I mean, we just naturally are always going to want the right stats. But it's such a small amount. It's, you know, just not even worth sweating over. If you get a pet that looks cool and it's got the ability you're looking for, just consider it a win, you know? That's never... Actually, that's... Not to bring it up, but things always come up like this in the conversation about DD2, but that's one of the things that were promised and never delivered. There was supposed to be a big pet rework and pet update, and it never happened. Well, the abilities on pets are really strong in DD2, but the pet damage output and the pet stats are just nothing. It's all about that ability. Alright, looks like they are on it. I really want my damn ensnare R's back. This map is like a snooze fest. If you got fusion and snares. But gotta get the gear before I can use the goods. Yeah, but the damage abilities on the pets are super, super strong. And the stun abilities on the pets, like on Sparkle Party, is super, super, super strong. I mean, Dragolich, every single source of damage on the map, your towers, your teammates, everything on a Drago debuffed enemy takes double damage. That's big. Oh, that was my little spiel about the whole settings. Did I not get to the end of the story? With the whole multiple accounts will store the same settings. I must have not gotten to the end of the story. The end of the story was I auto-looted a bunch of shit on my main account because I had the loot filter set up as if it was that new playthrough. And when I was going through clearing out my bags, I sold all the stuff. By accident. Sell all for the win. Or for the loss in that case. So yeah. That's the end of the story. So here I find myself today, back in Deeper Well, and about to move to Tornado Valley after, because, well, I don't know. I'll have to look at the gear and see what I need more. It could be Tornado Valley, or it could be Arcane Library. I got a shitload of headpieces, so I don't need to worry about the headpiece. But all my other pieces are questionable at best. Well, you've got that in DDA as well, Jeffrey. Well, it's not passive. Actually, the repair is passive. The hand, you don't need to do anything. Oh, Ogre one-shot on the wall. You snazzy, feisty boy. Maybe that's where my wall went last time. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That was a fucking mighty swing right there. Ogre one-shot. Oh, pow. Probably gonna have to start thinking about your builds. I mean, DD2 is a game of countering enemies. If you counter the enemies, you win. You know? That's the only strategy in the game. Well, you don't need a button press in DDA either. The DD1 pets are modeled right after the DDA pets are modeled right after the DD1 pets. I gotta get that wall back. I think that wall got popped last time. I don't know. Because I even thought I remember putting it down. No. Well, it's not intended to be a remaster at all, but then they took so many maps and put them back in the game. Anyone at Chromatic will still tell you that the game is not a remaster, but every single person that looks at it and thinks it's a remaster. They gave us just too much of the old stuff, you know? Like DD2 was only 25% old maps. So it made, and the maps were so transformed, it made it feel different, you know? In DDA, it's like exact copies of the maps for the most part on so many of the maps, you know? All the builds are in my Hero Spotlights playlist. They're saucy. You go to my channel and scroll down. I don't really have a preference yet there, Aiden. I enjoy both games. I could probably give you a better answer in a couple of years when DDA is done and has all its DLC and expansions and all that. But too hard to answer that question right at the moment. Just not, we don't have a completed product here yet, you know? So still waiting. Die, big fatty ogre. There's... I don't get the heavy-duty purple glow to everything either. Like, just if that purple glow on every map in every area was lowered a bit, I feel like it would make the graphics overall look better. No Gen Hat for you either, George. Welcome to the We Don't Get Gen Hats Club. Aramir has stolen all of the Gen Hats. Alright, where you going? Where you going, Gloves? Ooh, I didn't catch them. I think they went over here. Yeah, they're there. Jesus, man. Another trash set of gloves. Alright, well, I'm moving on to a different map. Let me look and see what my next biggest need is. Now, where'd that primitive piece go? It wasn't godly, I know that much, so not that that's the only indicator. Or, nope, it's in here. It's buried inside of that. There we go. I mean, once again, that's a... If I would have found this my first run, I would have been overjoyed. That's a great starter piece, but once you get past that point, that's not all that great. Alright, let's go to a different map. This is boring me to tears here. They have Deeper Well over and over. That is my home now, y'all. Deeper Well is my home. Let's see. Well, let me look at my gear and see what I need to do. Let's see. So those don't have boost on them, but they are usable boots. I've just got a ton of headpieces, so I'm not even going to bother looking at the heads. What about this chest? It doesn't have port on it, but it's not a terrible chest. Let's do that one. The chest is going to be from Arcane Library. Yeah, let's just leave it like that for now. No, I don't. I play offline when my internet goes down. That's about it. I don't ever play offline. I mean, I'm offline in Steam, but I'm not offline in game. I get spammed messages when I go online in Steam, so I don't stay online in Steam very frequently. Kind of just do the standard spammer here. This is like a variation of that build Mushroom Cake posted up way back when in just regular Massacre mode. But works great. Same build, just changed a couple towers. Works really good. What else are we missing? We're missing our gas traps and the buff. Sure, I got that. And we'll head on over to this side. Get Miss Walls back out. Ms. Walls. It's not too bad. I think I normally go 4 DU here. That seems a little close too. That might be an Ogre Cleave range. I'm gonna leave it there anyway. We'll see. If it's an Ogre Cleave range, it will be a big old fail. I feel like that needs to be moved over too. I got way too much protection for that lower lane. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Well, that's the thing, Michael. That's why the player base rolls over so many times. Oops, this is not the way I wanted to put it. Or yeah, it is. I mean, that's the thing with DD2, you know? Alright, we need a different EV. I do wish we could do more, either do more than one defense with a hero, or not have to have them in your deck. Which, I realize not having to have them in your deck, they would have to rebalance the whole game, probably. Let's see, I'm just going to put the reflex down with this guy. How do we want him? I think we just want him like this. I'm going to take shots from... Actually, you know what? I think we want them like this. I'm going to take shots from ogres here. So I'll have to watch that. I overspent somehow. All my DU is gone, though. I don't know what I did differently than what I normally do. But I ran out of DU. Alright, we don't need the striking. Let's go back to a speedy. This build, the downside of this build is there will be a couple of stray shots from Rifted Kobolds. But on the same note, you're all the way out at the very edge of their range. So it's not a huge deal. You know, it's damage to the core, which always makes you go, oh shit, what's going on? But it's like a really, really small amount of damage. Crap. I'm gonna have to boost here, I think. That's a big old build-up going there right now. I need to get some upgrades on that aura. The trash was just not dying quick enough. Well, I mean, that's the strategy behind Rift mode and team building as well. I think that was one of the real intentions, was to get people to do more team stuff. You know, like I bring, say, electric auras, DSTs, and gas traps. And then say, you know, you bring ensnares whatever, you know. You know what I'm saying. I just been doing this one just for the AFK mushroom. I mean, this build worked the first time I tried it with almost no effort, and I never went back. I did try LTs on the map once, and it failed miserably. But besides that, I've just not guinea pigged this map at all. Oh crap, lost my wall right at the end. I mean, I'm not in a position where speed means anything to me. So, I'm not even attempting any speed runs. I did do the summit a bunch of times. After Aramir posted up that build, I started using his build. Let's see, we gotta get that wall back. Oop, fail jump. But yeah, right now I'm definitely taking slow rolling quality of life over speed running. That's one of the reasons I've been playing so much Stardew. It's so friendly for that, you know. Actually, you know, I normally go 4 DU here. Oop. Did I hit 4? Nope, that's 5. And I think that is where, because I normally have another reflect beam. And I think that is my issue there. We'll just pop a couple upgrades into that. And then that will give us a reflect over here as well. Now I could have angled these better. But I'm not going to replace them all now. I'm just going to throw it in and call it good. Get old boosted back. Yeah, I mean, some people are like that. The way I look at it is if I join a public map, I personally will just do whatever the host wants. If the host wants to build it all, that's fine. If the host wants me to be on a specific hero, I mean, I'm usually good with all that too. But a lot of people do get rather negative about that, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it happens. What can you do? Every game that has co-op always has the guy that's got to inspect everybody before every match and everything else, you know? That always drove me nuts in World of Warcraft. Do you understand the mechanics? Yes. What's your gear score? You know, all people cared about was the gear score. And it didn't matter if you knew the fight in and out, and this was an alt. You just couldn't get a group if you didn't have the gear score, you know? That's why I ended up just starting to run those raids and stuff and WoW myself at the end. But I don't know. I mean, that's just how I look at it. The way I look at it is the person who started the map and is hosting it, they have the control, you know? Now, on the same note, I don't expect them to treat me like an asshole. Which, you know, I know a lot of people get that. Still like that in WoW. Somehow does not surprise me. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think what the deal is... I mean, I don't know what the deal is. You know, they really, really, really wanted people to play in a group in DD2, and people just didn't play in groups in DD2. You know? And I think that was a bit of a disappointment for them. So, I mean, I don't think that their intention was to penalize. I think their intention was to try to get people, you know, try to incentivize, but it didn't end up really working out that way. And just the way, just playing in a group, just the natural benefits you get from, You know, me buffing you, you buffing me, we got us a big buff party. You know, I mean, just the nature of the power gain from all the cross buffing. There's, you know, they had to do something. So, I mean, I understand both sides of it, I guess. Is what I'm saying. I lost a wall, didn't I? Yeah, I did. God, man, I am just not paying attention at all. I'm just ready to hit the button. Hit G, hit G. Oh, man. See, I normally have gas traps in over here. I just don't know what the heck I did differently. I usually have a gas trap on both sides. And I always go 6 DDSTs. It's been a while since I grinded this map. Augur and Redline, thank you guys so much. Welcome back to the Juicy Nation. I do appreciate it so much, y'all. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is it's a co-op game that doesn't necessarily have a proper matchmaking system or anything like that. I don't even want to say proper. I mean, it is what it is in Dungeon Defenders games. If you join a public game, you never know what you're in for, you know? Every Dungeon Defenders game has always been like that. The thing that makes it just worse, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the thing that makes it worse is when there's arrogance and stuff in the mix and people don't work together, you know? Why can't we just all get along? See, I misquoted him even. You know, everybody's got a flex. My E-peen is bigger than your E-peen, and there's so much of that ends up going into pug matches, you know. Oh, it's going good, Thaden. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the answer would be. I mean, obviously having roles like builder or DPS, you know, if you queued up for it, but that would probably be a nightmare to try to implement. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how all that fancy stuff works, but yeah. Give me a good one. What do we got? We got us a that's not a terrible giraffe. It's not a great one. Somebody will appreciate that when trading becomes a thing. And here it is. Can't get the stats. God, man. No boost, no vitality. So I just can't stay alive. I would have taken all 4 of those builder stats with just boost and vitality and not been happy about it, but would have equipped it, you know? That ogre mask ugly. Let's run it one more time. Trying to help a friend put a hot water tank in, yay? You know, my hot water heater story there, Thaden, is not a pleasant one. The wife decided. Well, I mean, I decided to. I'm not trying to blame the wife. I'm not being that guy. We decided that we wanted to go with one of these newer age hot water heating setups that have on-demand hot water where it's continuous flow, you know. So we bought one of those fancy hot water heaters, and then I screwed up the plumbing on it. And then after I was done screwing up the plumbing on it, I screwed up the wiring on it as well. So I derped it all the way around in full fashion. So yeah, it was not a pleasant story. Much heartache was involved. I'm so glad it's over. And you know, when all that's said and done, when everything was said and done, our water pressure here sucks. And that style of hot water heater is dependent on high water pressure. So the damn thing doesn't even work that great after all that. That just sucks, you know? I mean, it works. We got hot water. But it's not remarkable by any means at all. Oh, wow. I had to come home and make dinner, then go back to finish it? Gotta get to work, Thanen. If you didn't work 24 hours a day in some fashion or another, your body would not be able to take it. You have trained yourself and have become the 24/7 worker. Nah, there's no date yet. Xbox is coming first. After Xbox, will likely be PlayStation. And then Switch will probably be last. I mean, I don't know if Switch will be last, but I'm guessing it will be last. Kind of a bummer for all the people that were really excited and waiting on the Switch, you know? Expecting it to come, but, you know, I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. You can go back like a year, to like a year-old DDA live streams, and I don't know how many times I said, I don't know how they're going to get this to run on the Switch. And I'm not no engineer. It's just, I mean, the Switch is just, the game just is not going to run on the Switch. It's going to have to be a different game, I think. I don't know. It's going to have to be like console to PC DD1 was different. And I screwed the placements up with something, huh? I got this reflect beam all up in my business over here. What the hell? Oh, and I never put the fizzy wall down, huh? Jesus, how did I get that all up in my business like that? All up in my business. I got the DSTs placed differently is what it is. I slightly angle that one over because that lane over there is the, that one is the irritating Rift Cobalt area. See, now look, I did it again. What did I do? I only got 4 DU left. Oh, god dang it. I placed one over the edge. I was like, what the hell did I do now? And now I got the reflect beams, but I still don't know. I think I was not using ensnares, and I was using gas traps instead, is what I think it was. And I didn't have, fusion gas traps, so I didn't have that one in my deck. Man, I got these things placed so terrible. I mean, is that going to get those two? Not getting them. Ugh. God, I'm so lazy. Let me just do it right. David, what's going on, man? How you doing? Alright, then we'll just go with reflect beams on this guy, and this will be full chillax and spray down a lane mode now. Get up there. Come on, really? Now I can't see it. There we go. Playing you some DD2? Well, I mean, it's had that holiday kick, you know. The holiday kick has definitely had, not just DD2, all Dungeon Defenders games. Got a big boost for the holiday, and now it'll start slowly waning off. Well, shit, I never put the reflect beam in over here. God damn it, so I still screwed it up. I ended up not getting this reflect beam in. I don't know, I just feel like I did something weird here. I'm not used to that reflect beam being so close to the stack here. Then we'll go like dish. That'll be better. DD1 numbers have been way up. DD2 numbers, I mean, even DDA numbers got a big spike for the holiday. I think every game did. Crap, man. I went and shot the girl. And she angry. She's angry. Hate the drinking lord levels. That's a fairly popular opinion there, David. You're not alone. Spray them down. I think what I was doing differently is I believe I wasn't using ensnare auras. And no, not ensnares. I wasn't using strength drains. That's 10 DU. And then I would have two, oh, we got an ogre over here, did we? Yep. My ogre threw at me over here. And then, anyway, like I said, I usually use 2 gas traps on the sides here. But I mean, this has been working, you know. Shit, I lost the wall. Well, we kept the buff beam. That's weird. Got beat down, that's for damn sure. Did I lose anything over here? Started off so smooth, too. What's going on there, Drinkable Burger? Losing DSTs and walls and all kinds of stuff here. Good lord. Oh, come on, don't make me rebuild them all. Sweet. Oh, and the wall. I have to swap for that wall. The ideal stats for DSTs, get all 4 builder stats on all of your armor pieces, and then dump everything into defense power on your gear. And then you can fine-tune the DPS with your spec points between rate and power, is what I would suggest. That's the easiest thing to do, because it requires no thought. You need all 4 builder stats. Just get all 4. You know, you can do without Fortify, but ideally, you would just want all of them, you know? Put that one back for the... Alright, let's not get ogres back there this time. That would be a great idea. Dialing in the you know, like, range is obvious to see. Like, if you're trying to shoot copter ogres or whatever with your DSTs and you're not hitting them, then you need a little more range, you know, but range scales really, really poorly on the DST, especially once you get into the higher stats. But fine-tuning the, you know, you would never put points into fort on a DST, but fine-tuning the DPS on them is pretty easy, just right in Tavern. I mean, you don't even have to place one, you know? You can just pretend like you're going to place one. And just go back and forth, you know? If, like, take 100 points out of power and put it in rate, look at your DPS. Did it go up or did it go down, you know? And you can get all the way down. Like, I don't fine-tune it enough to go to the exact point. But, you know, I get it within, like, say, 5 points. Range just gives range. It doesn't affect damage in any way. Wow, man, I lost another one. I don't see an ogre over there this time. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it's gone. That happened. But yeah, just get all 4 builder stats on all your gear. You know, really, I mean, you can say that same thing for every builder. Even like Fort, you just don't need, or there's the ogre right there. Fort, you just don't really need that much on a DST. It's still good to have it, you know? They could take that stat, the range stat? I don't think they could ever take range out of the game. I mean, range is super important. It just scales really poorly once you get past... I mean, it starts scaling poorly once you get past, like, 200. The scaling on it is just nothing, you know? I don't think I have that image anymore, but Insanity and Sophisticus did a comparison in Tavern with range on a Flame Burst Tower of 0 range, 50 range, 100 range, 200 range, and 300 range. And like the difference between 200 range and 300 range was just nothing. Oh, you know what? It's peeking out at the back side. That's why it keeps getting wrecked. Getting wrecked by the normal ogres right there. It's peeking way too bad, but it's the last wave, so I'm gonna wing it. Gonna just wing it. Well, the distance it goes is what's so important, but that's a huge stat in every Dungeon Defenders game. Range was very, very important. I mean, it's debatable if range is, in situations, range is more potent than power. Because remember, it's not always about what the DPS on the tooltip says. You know, are your towers reaching the enemies you need it to reach? You know, when you do a direct comparison, is a tower getting an extra shot off because of the increased range? I mean, that's all, you know, that's super important because if a tower is getting one more shot off on an enemy because of the increased range, that's a significant gain in damage output, you know? DSTs are super powerful in DDA, no doubt about it. They're hiking. They are very, very powerful. Oh, for characters, well, the range doesn't. The character doesn't have a range stat. I see what you're saying. That stat is a defense stat. It's not a hero stat. So it doesn't. Any of those stats don't affect the hero in any way. I misunderstood you there. Well, the PDT was OP from... Oops, the chest isn't over here because of a bug. The poison stacks were unlimited and would stack to absurd levels. Alright, well, it is godly at least. We got a poo tier giraffe. We got a pretty poo mask. Come on, be good. I'm afraid to even look at it. Oh. No boost. I mean, I could go with no boost, but I've got a better one if I wanted to do that. Because boost has really low soft caps, you know, which I can get to relatively easily. But I think I've already got a piece better than that. Alright, let's pop out of here and try out a... Try to go get the boots. The boots will be on Tornado Valley. Let's see, what do we want our deck to be like to start it? We want it to be like Dish, I think. Or no, do I not use gas traps on this map? God, it's been so long since I did Tornado Valley. I can't remember if I normally use gas traps. Let's just go for it. I'll build it and see. You know, they say that the memory is the first thing to go when you're old. I'm getting old, y'all. I'm hoping my son never takes me up on his little bet when he was younger. I told him, I lost a bet. I told him that when he has a child, that I would change the name of the YouTube channel to Grandpa Juice. And I'm so hoping he doesn't remember that conversation. God, you know, I want to say I think I was using gas traps. I know I wasn't using strength drains here. I can't remember the build I was using. It hasn't even been that long. What the hell, man? I ain't that damn old. This is Dungeon Defenders Awaken. This is the new one that they're working on. Well, the cap is level 100. So, I mean, I've got many level 100s. And I know I was putting a buff beam on this lane. This will not... Oop, that's a healing aura. This will not be identical to what I usually do on this map, that's for sure. Yeah, this is a new one. Should be hitting Xbox here, hopefully within the next couple of months. Looking at the DU now, I almost think I'm like completely different than what I usually do, but I'm not positive. It seems to me like I was using 5 DSTs here, I thought. Get rid of that tag so I can see the targeting lines on it. This doesn't seem right either. I'm forgetting all the builds here today. But as long as we're still winning maps, it's all good. That leaves me 6. Yeah, I just cannot remember what the hell I do normally. I usually only spend 2 DU on walls here. I usually go like this. I do remember that part, but I also thought that I usually use 5 DSTs. I got 4 DU left. Oh, it's over here. I usually put a buff beam here as well. So I guess this is similar. And then that lane over there is kind of the weakest lane, so I just kind of keep an eye on it manually and spray it down. I think this is right, but it's God, it just sure as hell seems like I usually go with 5. Is that a speedy? Yeah, that's my speedy. So we're all good. Different game there, Brendan. Reflect beams in DDA function like reflect beams in DD1 did, basically. They're not the big explosive powerhouse like they are in DD2. They're used for protection. Yeah, wall's taking a lot of damage. Four. You know what? I do normally use gas traps on this. I just remembered. I usually have 3 DSTs, not 5 DSTs. I mean, it looks... Hopefully it's going to hold up. I'm still using the same old setup there, David. I mean, nothing's changed in DD2 in years. So, using the same stuff as years ago. I know you know that O2 well, that DD2 has had no changes. Well, I mean, depends on how much you played it. You know, I played straight through. I didn't redo any maps. I didn't fail any maps other than if there's any on there that are recorded that failed. So, I mean, I just played straight through. So, no farming, no do-overs. Just, you get to the next tier, you go. You know? I mean, that was a goal on that playthrough, too, was to be able to get to Chaos 7 with under 100 Ascension. Which has been done by many people, but it hasn't been done a ton of times. So it's like, it was like a little mini game, you know? Playing the minigame. What's going on there, Miner? How you doing? One more little bit here. The OCD won't allow me to ignore that little bit of mana. Well, I mean, it's an optional feature. It's not something you need to do, you know. Ancient Power. Ascension is quite needed, but... I mean, it's the same as it always was, you know? There's nothing new, nothing exciting. It's the exact same that it was 2 years ago. It is all about the DDA now. Which I'm anxious to see what it turns into, you know? I mean, I'm their biggest... we lost a wall over here. I've always been one of their biggest critics. I'm one of their biggest fans, but one of their biggest critics too, you know? I think we're all caught up on that wall now. Gonna have to watch it. Yeah, and the no gas traps is definitely a big difference. These walls are really getting pushed. Yeah, I play on Steam. Oh shit! Some Gobu sneakers. Little sneakers! Guess I spoke too soon down here. God, I don't want to go back and change the build now, but I kind of feel like I should. But yeah, it was completely 3 DSTs. And then I only had one, I didn't have that reflect beam over on the other side. And then 4 gas traps. And one of the reasons I put the reflect beam on this area was to hit the gas trap as well. To make it a little larger. Basically the only lane that had no gas trap coverage on the build I usually use is this one. I'm going to run it again though, so I'll do it the right way. Or not the right way. I mean, this is the right way too if it wins. But I don't want to work this hard. I don't want to get all sweaty. I play on all platforms, but my normal is PC. I mean, I do play on Xbox, I play on PC, I play on PS4. You know, get us a Dungeon Defenders game on the Switch. I would love to play on that, too. So, I mean, I play on everything. DDA, of course, is going to have cross saves, which means when it hits the other consoles on DDA, it's going to be playing there constantly. I'm not really adding people right now, Brendan. On PS4 and on Xbox, it's just Mr. Juicebags, like the channel. But, I mean, I don't use the stuff enough to even bother adding anyone. I mean, I'm going to once DDA launches everywhere, but I'm not going to play DD2 on the Xbox anymore, really. Just too much of a grind. The cross save is already there. Sacred Cow. That's going to be completely seamless. Just how Unreal Engine, how UE4 works, it allows you to have an account that you log into. That's the same account. You know, you're logging into one account setting. Who am I looking for here? Boosty. You're logging into one account no matter what platform you're playing on. But that technology is, it's like standard now. Yeah, it's getting closer. I'm going to end up going over, which they've been a little better lately. the video shows, the problem is what happens with live stream VODs on YouTube as far as processing goes is the main thing. So if the processing takes too long, then I've got all of the YouTube suggested ad placements, and it's over the top sometimes. Sometimes it's quite normal, but sometimes it's like an absurd amount of ads, and I can't go back in and change that until the video gets done processing. You know, if it's a 2-hour stream, I don't want somebody to have to look at 10 ads. That just seems ridiculous. If it's a 2-hour stream and somebody has to watch 2, though, that doesn't seem too bad to me, you know? And it still allows me to feed the cat. I play, Brendan. I play a lot, man. A lot of hours. I mean, I've got... What is it? Let me see. 1,552 hours into the game right now. So, I mean, you put that many hours into a game, you're going to have a lot of money. I mean, I spend a ton. I spend ridiculous amounts. No, they're not the same. They're two completely different games. They are independent products of each other. Oh, it's all good. It's no bad. Nothing wrong with questions. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just have a different outlook on the ad stuff. I don't use any ad blocker when I watch anyone's content at all. I always leave ad blocker stuff turned off. And sometimes the number of ads can get irritating. I mean, Twitch, I've seen like 1 of 4 now. You're sitting there waiting 1 of 4 on the ads. Like, holy crap, man. I gotta sit here and watch 4 ads just to see the content? See, no boost on that piece. I mean, that piece would have been fine, but no boost. Here's a militia helmet. Kind of poopy. Poopy. Alright, let's do this one again. Let's do it the easier way, though. Oh, you misunderstood it for DLC? Nah, DD2 is a finished product. There's nothing... No more updates, no more DLC. There's no more coming for it. Shame. But it's the truth. Alright. Let's get it. Actually, you know what? I do put a gas trap up here. I'm thinking through it again now. This is exactly what I normally do. Ensnare. Ooh, not a strength drain. Ensnare and Electricara with the gas trap. And then here I split the lane, but then I throw a buff beam on it. Yeah, DDA plays more similarly to DD1 for sure. I mean, I'm anxious to see where they go with it, you know? I mean, it's got a good, solid base to it. It just needs more, you know? So hopefully they can turn it into just a wonderful, wonderful thing. This is how I usually do it. Where is he? There he is. Yep. Actually, I normally have them angled a little bit differently, but you guys get the point. Or no, I do have 4, don't I? Oh, I didn't put... What did I not do? I got 14 left. I just can't remember the damn DST count, I swear. I have no goddamn clue how many I usually use. I thought it was 3, or first I thought it was 5, then I thought it was 3, and it's looking like it's still working out to be 4. The reflect beams are really, really optional here, too. Come on, dang it, let me place you. I got them too close to I got the DSTs too close to the edge, but I think that will work. And then I wasn't using rifted gas traps, so I didn't have the Huntress in my deck at all. And this is what I've been using. Or this is what I was originally using. I normally put them back a little bit more where they're not this close to the reflect beam at the end. This one, you know, I could still end up getting a little wall pressure, but it won't be near as bad as the last round. There's still mobs up on that wall. Doesn't look like the wall is taking that much damage, though. This will probably be the last map today. And then I'm going to record some stuff tonight. I want to get that Stardew Valley farm to an endgame state, but it's going to take me at least another 3 or 4 hours probably to get it really dialed in. I still ended up losing a wall down there. The mobs aren't going anywhere, but why not have ours over there? Oh my god. It is 3 DSTs. I didn't put ours on that lane at all. I'm wondering why stuff is getting pushed over here. Oh my god. Nobody stopped me. I can't believe you guys let me do that. Y'all know I'm derpy as hell anyway. We don't need no stinking auras. Oh my gosh. Well, it shows you how good even a non-fusion gas trap is. Gas traps for the win. Look, that wall's not even at half. I mean, I lost the other one, but... So yeah, so it is 3 DSTs. My thought was right there. Clearly. And then that 8 DU goes into an ensnare and an electric arrow in this lane. Jeez. Go, go, guest trap. Tear it up. Guess I'm good. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. It was going so well. Oh, my God. Am I going to survive? Oh, my God. I think I'm going to survive. Well, it depends on these guys. That DST needs to get going on them. And there it goes. Go, go, DST. Go, go. Oh, my God. I'm just gonna live. Oh, man. See, it went exactly as I planned, y'all. Holy crap. Alright, so we need to get rid of a DST. Which one? I'm thinking this one can go. And why don't we do some crazy stuff like throw R's on this lane? That would be an amazing idea, would it not? Jesus. And then get the wall back. And that's what the build's supposed to look like. Now, let's check out the experience. It should be a pretty smooth experience now. I mean, obviously I could place these DSTs better, but actually, I don't have anything on that lane, do I? Shit. It's still got coverage. It's just not great. Let's just leave it. We'll just go with it. Wow, that was good derp there. But it all held. It all held strong. The nice thing about this map is how you can just completely ignore the copter ogres with just one, ideally two DSTs hitting that lane. And the copter ogres are just on complete ignore. Like, don't even need to look at them. Needs more ostriches? Indeed. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, just a completely different experience now. I mean, even the little guys making it to the wall are just getting chewed up. That wall is going to need an upgrade, though. Should make for a pretty smooth run on wave 25, though. Hopefully. We'll find out. And here I'm trying to one-hand it for my T and just hold the mouse button down. But then I lose the tower boost. Let me just get rid of the mouse instead. Having me some sweet tea. That's some yummy stuff, man, I tell you. Go ahead and hit that one. Give me autumn juice, please. $4K to dump into the DSTs. Good stuff. Sweet. Yeah, I hope there's a piece there. At the current rate, it's going to take me about 16 years to get this ensnare set back. I think that's just a thing that's happening. Oh shoot, I lost a wall. Alright, wave 25. It's all over anyway. I'll just sit there and spray down that general direction. If some baddies would come out. Everything's just melting right at the spawn, it looks like. Comes a couple. So there's 10 days until Everspace 2. If anyone is looking forward to playing Everspace 2, it's 10 days away to early access launch. Which, I mean, that's only 10 days away from early access. But I'm excited about it. Get some pew pew in, fly some spaceships. Pew pew and spaceships. That Outriders game is starting to look pretty decent too. They're still several months away from launch, but they're going to have a demo launch next month in February. I don't remember the date. I'm running around too soon. It's over anyway. Why did I bother leaving? Alright, come on. Give me a piece. Give me a piece, dang it. It's tough going getting the RNG on these early campaign maps. Let's see. Oh, wow. That's terrible, but it's a better grade of terrible than what I have. It's got vitality boost, fort, and range. It's got really low rolled stats on it, but it's got the right ones at least. That's a start. That's not a fantastic militia piece either. Oh, Everspace 2, Elvis, is a space looter shooter. Flying spaceships and whatnot. And then Outriders is like going to be kind of like a Destiny 2-ish type game. Heavy on the ish. It's got a demo that's going to hit in February, and then their game launch is like 4 months or something like that. But it's supposed to be enough of a demo where you can get a good taste of the game, and that's great, man. Because then, I mean, you can play the demo for free and try it out, and see what you think. And if you like what you see, then you can decide on whether or not you play the game, you know? Everspace 2 is just gonna be glorious. So that's gonna be, you're gonna have to buy it to get into early access. But, man, I got such high hopes. The spaceships feel, I did play the prototype. The flying in the spaceships feels really, really good. It feels like Battlefront 2 quality of spaceship maneuvering. I love the way it felt. Like, I was a bit disappointed with Squadrons and how the flight felt of the ships. But Everspace 2 is looking really, really good. From what I've seen so far. But anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. I mentioned it early on stream, but keep an eye out in the morning, as there is going to be the first giveaway, the first Dungeon Defenders giveaway of 2021 is going to be starting Saturday morning, and it's going to be for the Juicy Head Flares in DD2 and Juicy Fruit Pets in DDA. So you'll be able to choose which you prefer to get. But actually, no, you won't be able to choose. A bot's going to choose it. But you'll be able to choose what you enter for. You will be able to enter for both of them, but it will be random as to which one you get. But you'll be able to enter for DD2 or DDA, or both. You'll have one of 3 options. But anyway, that is going to get it for me for today. Thanks an absolute ton, everybody. I hope everyone is going to have a wonderful weekend. Here in the U.S., we've had a turbulent last few days, so I'm hoping there's no other crazy crap goes down in the U.S. here over the weekend. But anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful start to your weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.